Alright, welcome to Good Goal or Bad Defending, Fulham against Crystal Palace. Here we are with the first goal starts with Fulham taking a corner and Crystal Palace running down and hitting them on the counter-attack. As you can see, this guy's got the ball here. They've won it in the middle from the corner. It wasn't necessarily a bad corner. It was just, I don't know, it's one of those things where it broke luckily. Oh, look, but someone was stood in the area that I said if you stand, chances are you're going to either get a goal or defend the ball really easily. And he was stood there and he got the ball really easily. Now he can run down the other field and down the other end of the field and kick it in the net box. So let's have a look and see how this transitions as we move the play forward. Bosch, let's try to go on a bit here. Not much is really happening. Everyone's running back. The problem with this, right, when you're defending a corner, when you're trying to go for a corner, you generally have your best headers of the ball in the box. But one of the most key roles that people really don't identify is who's the last man back. Right, this guy here is the last man back. This guy needs to be like his roles are pivotal. So when you've seen it in a game where the ball breaks, your team gets the ball back, your team's got the corner, your team gets the ball back, and it goes back to this guy, and he restarts the play by spreading it wide or doing something. So he needs to know what to do when the ball comes back to his feet. But he also needs to know what to do, how to stop a counter attack right here. And you can see in this particular instance, this guy doesn't have a Scooby-Doo. So if we move it forward just a bit, Bosch, he's not sure what to do. You see that he goes over to that side of the field. You saw him. He made a couple of little steps going over towards there because he doesn't know what he's doing and he's not sure what to do. Right? He really doesn't. And you'll see he's like a deer in the headlights. You'll see he just doesn't do anything. There's no point in actually being there. So as we move the ball forward, watch. Now his body shape has changed. Do you see how he did a little pirouette because his body shape was wrong? He should never have gone on that side of the field, but now he's come back here and he's done a little pirouette because now his body shape is facing this way. And a minute ago he was facing that way because he doesn't know what he was doing. All he really needs to do is face, I'll show you, right, have his body shape like that. There's his shoulders, there's the way he's facing, and just run back that way. That's all he needs to do, and about there as well. And why about there? Because if he gets too close, if he steps up anywhere to here, this guy will go behind him here, so he doesn't want to get any closer than that, and he wants to slowly wait for this guy to come into his zone and squeeze him out to the side. He doesn't do anything. Watch, we move forward. Blah, 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 blah. Now he's turned around again. So he's turned himself into a little pirouette again. Now he's facing the other way he was a second ago because he doesn't know what he's doing. But now he's at least facing the right way. All he's got to do now is jog back here and wait for this player to come closer to him. What does he do? Dom stops. As soon as he stops, if there's a player running and you are stood still, he can run past you. Wow, who would think such simple things? Man stood still, man with ball, running at full speed, can run past man stood still. Man stood still, not very intelligent. Let's have a look, blah, blah, blah. Oh, didn't even run past him. He passed the ball past him, which is even easier when a guy stood still. You just put it into the space and let your other mate run onto it. This guy doesn't know his role. He's probably not a defender. He's back there from the corner. Hasn't really been briefed or understood what his job is in these situations, and he's just in no man's land. And off they go. Ball's in from behind. Blah blah, and in the net box. Good. Honestly, it's a good strike though. He got off here. It's right in the top corner. It's pretty sexy, but that's just terrible defending. The guy doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Let's get on to the next goal. Hello. In the next goal here, we've got a bit of coming together for a penalty. Can't stand these. It's just awful. To be honest, I don't think it's a penalty. It's just one of those things where it's a coming together, and every coming together now, or every sort of time someone falls over in the box, it just seems to be a penalty. You just can't have two people running into each other. It's just awful. But yeah, we'll get on to the next goal because I don't do penalties. Okay, if this clip here doesn't show you why VAR is completely and utterly rigged in a bunch of nonsense, I don't know what does. All you need to know is the goal scored, and you can see where the referee's put the little spot down right there, you know, where the ball needs to be, and the ball's over here. Every single person in the VAR booth would see that and go, right, he hasn't put the ball where the referee had it put, so when they score a goal, it's not a goal because it's not in the right place. So that's where the ref wanted the ball. That's where it is. They score a goal, shouldn't be allowed. VAR does nothing because it's not really there for the game. It's there for something completely different. But let's have a look at this free kick as it comes in. A little bit of movement. You can see right now. That's okay. I like a guy there because a lot of the times the ball doesn't get to there. You can see this big melee of players here. And there's 4 players here and there's only 3 defenders. So guess what's going to happen? Right, we're going to watch this as it goes across. Ball starts to move. Here we go. Bosh. There's the runner. Peels away. You saw him just do a little button hook run. Off the back, round here, and he gets a free header. Because there's no defender actually going and marking this player. Because why would defenders mark in the Premier League, right? No, we don't do that. We just sort of stand around and pretend that we're playing the game of football. In comes the ball. To be honest, it's a good quality ball in. Willian's done well there, putting that in the right in the mixer. It's done a good job. Ball, in he comes. Bang, free header. No one's marking him. Again, if there was somebody on the post, they would have stopped that. But there isn't. Because they don't know what they're doing. Let's get on to the next goal. This goal was a complete and utter disaster. We've got a ball coming into the box. Everyone's kind of running back. I don't like this when the defence is playing a high line up here. It's to me, it's just a bit too weird. You're better off going deep, and then when you win the ball, you can counter attack and push it out. When you've got this high line, it's really awkward unless your keeper is properly world class, where he can come out and claim the ball or punch the ball. You don't really sort of benefit from it. The benefit of playing like a little bit deeper is everything's played in front of you. So when that ball comes in, it's in front of you. You can clear it out, and you can go and counter attack down the other end of the field. That's not what's happening here at all. You know, I'm not a fan of this high line. Like if the ball was a little further back, yeah, maybe it squeezed the line up a little bit higher, but not when it's this close. I'd just have it here deep, so the ball can be in front of you, and you can play it away, and you can counter attack from it. They don't do that, and this cluster happens for a goal. Let's have a little look. Bring it on, Bosch. Gone in. See now, look, they're defending, and there's no power in their header because they're running one way, and they're running towards the goal, and they've got to turn around and head the ball away. Complete and utter mess. So let's have a look as it goes on. Dosh bounces around, drops to a guy's foot, which wouldn't have happened if they were a little bit deeper. That header would have had more power, and they would have got rid of it. And then he slots it into the net box after a bundle from his teammate. Terrible goal, terrible defending, all around just a big old giant mess. Players walking, it's just awful football. Well, I'll see you next time on Good Goal or Bad Defending.